and welcome back. It's another episode of Do It On the Day, the podcast where I talk about video games, a little bit of other stuff, but the thing I do 100% of the time, from this very minute to the last minute that you will be watching, listening, or both of those things to this very episode, is I will be talking to you. I will be saying words in your general direction. If that sounded super clean and well rehearsed, well, it kind of accidentally was, because I thought I clicked start recording and I didn't. But in the first version of this, I went and told you that that one came straight off the dome, which it did, but now that's a lie because I've said it twice. But that's okay. I've done it on the day for the second time, technically. Also, still the day. It's okay. We're working with it. We're rolling with it. We're just going with things as they come. There is no process that happens between my brain and my mouth. It's really just things pouring out of my mouth in your general direction. And again, most of those things are about video games. I had a lot to say about AI last week. Everyone always has a lot to say about AI. I had more thoughts to share on my stream the other day. I've been doing a lot of extra streams throughout the holiday period because the holidays suck for a lot of people. So, why not just hang out together and play video games? So if you want to come hang out with me, I'm often over at twitch.tv/Jess McDonald. I'm on YouTube as well, and other random places. If you followed me on Instagram today being Sunday the 29th, I want to say. Yeah, Sunday the 29th. I did fucking Pilates this morning and my legs already hurt. So what's going to happen tomorrow and the next day is anybody's guess. That doesn't sound very exciting, except that I've never done Pilates in my life. So I did that on the day, and now I'm doing a far more enjoyable thing on the day, spewing a stream of consciousness, which is today not about AI. But yeah, we had an interesting little chat on last episode of the podcast. We had a further interesting little chat because I think it's such a nuanced, interesting thing to unpack. So we were talking about that a little bit whilst I was playing Fallout New Vegas. I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas. I've talked about it a little bit here and there. I've been talking about it a lot while I've been playing it on stream because I've played the entire thing with you so far. It is my very first playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. And it's a game I tried to pick up a couple times when it originally came out. I'm a huge Bethesda fan. I grew up playing, I think, like little tastes of Morrowind. I remember playing that, but I was either young or it was a skill issue. You know how old I am, so I think we all know it was a skill issue and a memory issue. I'm not sure what I did yesterday, but yeah, I remember playing Morrowind. I was playing more of the old school Might and Magic games and Heroes games back then, but I devoured Oblivion. That was the game I played over and over and over again. And Skyrim, I would have sunk many hundreds of hours in. So I've always been a big Bethesda fan. I've always been more of a fantasy fan than sci-fi, post-apocalyptic. Basically, I like swordy more than gunny. But yeah, it's actually one of the reasons it took me a while to get into the Mass Effect trilogy, which I ended up loving. Mass Effect 2 would be one of my favorite RPGs of all time. But boy, has that defining category become stacked. Sorry, I just bumped you. Are you okay? If you're just listening to this, I hit the desk and the camera shuddered a little. You're all caught up, listeners? Let's go on. Yeah, gosh, there's so many wonderful RPGs out, but I'm so glad I tucked into this one in particular. There's something that happens, and I'm sure you've had this experience, whether it's with a video game, a TV show, or a movie, a book, and it turns into something where so many people talk about how great it is there's just no bloody way. It's the No Man's Sky effect of the Game of Thrones effect. What else falls into that category? Some people, I think, are hitting it a little with Claire Obscure. All of those things are, like, at least some of them, Clair Obscur is fantastic. But it turns into a thing where something just hits such unbelievable levels of hype that it's really hard for you to hit the buy-in, or especially hard to hit the buy-in within the first hour or 2 or 3 or 5. And I think this being a fairly old RPG at this point, and something that is heralded as one of the greatest RPGs of all time, was definitely big shoes to fill. And an expectation that Bethesda could fill them, and everyone I know whose gaming tastes I tend to agree with loves this game. So I had no reason too much to doubt that, but it is still, you get such a mountain of, oh my god, you have to experience this, that you almost have this personal apprehension of, boy, I'll leap into this thinking this is an absolute 10 out of 10, and anything short of that is like, do I not get it? Is this not for me? Yeah, so just in case you don't know, Fallout New Vegas is a 2010 role-playing game by Bethesda, developed by Obsidian. It's worth pointing out. I love Obsidian Entertainment. They do a lot of RPGs I very much enjoy. They, of course, did Outer Worlds. I did make a joke on stream saying that, wow, so this game has stolen so many things from Outer Worlds. There are so many things in Fallout New Vegas that have so clearly been stolen from Outer Worlds. I'm concerned that there was someone in the chat that day who didn't realize that that was a joke and thinks I'm an idiot. But there's always somebody in my Twitch chat or on my YouTube channel or on any of my socials or just seeing me out in public, not realizing that I'm making a joke of myself and thinking that I'm an idiot. Or maybe they just think the latter. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes they might be true. But another stuff that's worth pointing out from Obsidian, they did South Park, Stick of Truth. And I don't know if you might have heard me talk about that one before, but that game is better than it has any right to be. It really is so weirdly good. Of course, they did Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, which is a fantastic game. Now I'm just giving you a few wiki highlights to roll through. They did Neverwinter Nights. They did Tyranny, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, fantastic game. They did Pentiment. Pentiment is an amazing game. It's worth checking out if you don't mind a lot of reading and very slow-paced engagement in like an unraveling narrative adventure. There are so many words. And I would say it's even word heavier than Disco Elysium, because it's really all about the words. It's a great game, but anyway, it couldn't have less to do with Fallout New Vegas, apart from the fact that Obsidian made it. So instead, we will talk about Fallout New Vegas. So it is part of the Fallout series. You're fucking welcome. Yet again, that's what makes this video game podcast different from other ones online, because you get really insightful tidbits like that. And where else in the entire world of games journalism could you be told that Fallout New Vegas belongs to the Fallout franchise? Fuck, we do a good job here. It came out just after Fallout 3, and before... What? Fallout Shelter came out before Fallout 4? Did it really? Oh, how about that? Oh, they must have come out at the same time, but technically, that's pretty funny. Technically, Fallout Shelter in the middle. Fallout Shelter pretty darn good. Anyway, I really enjoyed Fallout 4. I think there is a Bethesda inundation point. If you ever meet anybody who really loved Skyrim and hasn't finished the main quest, that is so valid. It is just as valid as people who didn't finish Blueprints, I reckon, for very different reasons. But I think it's so fine to have said that you played Skyrim without hitting the end of the main quest. There is something. I actually just spoke to, I was talking to someone the other day who tucked into Fallout, and when because you watch the TV show, a lot of people watching the TV show, and they want to check out the game. Totally makes sense. Game's amazing. Got a big profile, especially if you're already a gamer. Probably something you might want to check out if you haven't had the pleasure. But then I think that there is it appeals to a very certain type of gamer, and that is the gamer with 100 hours. Technically, the how long to beat on Fallout New Vegas is like 25 hours. I've barely cracked into Vegas itself. I've just hit Freeside. I think I'm 35 hours in. I play games like a completionist lunatic, so that's definitely on the insane end of the spectrum. I like to do everything. I'll also walk around over encumbered very slowly for a very long time. But yeah, I think by and large, there's a being dropped into, and the realization that you've been dropped into a wide open world, a sandbox world, not a here are discrete areas like arenas you can explore that at least have edges. Nope, you just free. Go anywhere. That way, death claws, you'll die. That way, guys who have better guns with you, you'll die. It's just, and I kind of love that. I like the challenge. I like the underdog story, the classic. You start off fighting skeletons, fighting rats. You pick up the shittiest rusty longsword, or the starter blaster and kotor, or just a stick, a crowbar, an iron bar. Pick your genre, whatever it is, and you just make do, and you steadily work your way up. You pick up better things. You earn your levels. That's what I love about an RPG. And all of that is very embedded in here. And whilst I could completely see a lot of people being turned off by that, I fucking love it. I do fucking love it. But at the same time, I would say it's a commitment. With all of these big open world RPGs, and I'm finding this with Starfield, I'm really enjoying Starfield, and I want to go back to it. It's so funny. It's a game, when I go back and think about it, I feel like I just hit the tip of the iceberg. Do you know how many hours? Well, you don't, because you probably do. Why would you know? Do you know how many hours I've spent playing Starfield? I feel like I just played a bit of Starfield. Like, I know I have so much to go. There's so much I haven't done. I feel like I've hit the tip of the iceberg with Starfield, and I desperately need to go back and play more of it. I have played fucking 161 hours of this thing. I didn't even know that. I know that at least 20 of those hours was spent building ships, which I didn't think I'd want to do, but then I really enjoyed. But I feel like I haven't done anything. But there is something that I think is so equally exciting, and just that spirit of adventure kicking into a complete rich world full of people and factions and lore tidbits, especially with Fallout. You've got all the vaults and the stories within them. There are so many things, and I think that is as exciting as it is daunting. And I think there's moments I tuck into Starfield where I'll just romp through it and not want to put it down. It's so exciting to keep doing bit. There's so many things in that game I adore. And there's moments where you just hit that fatigue point. And I know that happened to me. It's happened to me in Larian games. It happened with Baldur's Gate 3, where you hit a new area and you're like, oh my God, there's so much here. I just finished the whole Twilight Forest place. God, my memory's awful. You know the one. You got a little light. You walk around. If you don't have the light, you get murdered. You know the area. And then you hit the town after that, and it's so big, and because it's so rich, and Fallout New Vegas has this too. Very rarely are you gonna get into a conversation with someone and they have next to nothing to say to you. I'm going to answer this question up front because I want you to have it at 15 minutes in, because I put it on the thumbnail. Is Fallout New Vegas actually good? Is it still good? Is it worth playing, especially if you haven't played it before? Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. No, I'll keep talking about it. I didn't want you to be like, does she fucking like it or not? Because I do want to unpack it. But by and large, yes, that's my takeaway. I'm in my soul, having worked at GameSpot since I was 20, a games critic and journalist. So I enjoy art in a way where I like unpacking the things I think are really cool about it, the things I find more challenging or frustrating about it, and I can absolutely love something while highlighting a bunch of those different things. So don't get me wrong. As an overall experience, so glad I'm playing it. Very keen for the fact that I'm going to be playing it in just a couple hours on stream again. Yeah, I'm enjoying going through the whole experience. And I couldn't tell you this as necessarily a comparison point because I didn't play enough vanilla Fallout New Vegas to be sure. But the Viva New Vegas mod packet that I installed, I call it a mod packet because it's called Viva New Vegas, but within it is like 20 other mods. And you sort of install them all at once, and then they all work together and they all just like come in as part of a unit. And there's a lot of things you can turn on and off. I mean, like hundreds of little things you can turn on and off. I haven't changed any of them. I've left everything as default. But it's done things like, for example, it doesn't crash all the time. That's pretty cool. I assume when the game came out in 2010, it probably didn't crash that much either, or maybe at least by the time it was patched. But right now, the build it is on Windows 11 crashes a bunch. So this has rectified a lot of that. And there's little quality of life things. The most significant of which that has been a game changer for me is the sprint button. I don't think, at least in my experience, there was a sprint function when I started, because I played the first 3 hours without the mod. Then I installed it, realized it doesn't let you carry your save, had to replay the first 3 hours, but that was okay. I enjoy that it does a couple of things that I prefer in an RPG, which can both be a little controversial. One, you have to commit to your leveling choices. You also don't get to do something I love to do in games, which is be given skill points and perk points, but not necessarily use them straight away. Like I might want to sit on them in case I hit a check later that I'd like to pump those points into. There's something I do in Disco Elysium, something I do in Cyberpunk. I do it all the time. Fallout New Vegas, it pops that upgrade screen. It gives you 15 skill points to spread over your gosh, I couldn't tell you, 15 or so skills. The regulars, if you don't know, you got melee, guns, you got lockpicking, stealth, survival, unarmed. Now I'm just playing the how many skills can I remember game. Science, repair, hang on, now we're into it. Barter. This is a stupid game. The speech. Okay, we should keep going. There's energy weapons. Explosions. Fuck. Okay. Oh, medicine. Survival. I don't know if I said that already. Wait, I said medicine, didn't I? Did I say medicine? Okay. I think that's all I can remember. This makes more sense when I do it on stream. Actually, no, it makes sense now too. I hope you enjoyed this little excursion. How many can you remember? Anyway, you're pumping in those 15 points and you're doing it on the day. You're doing it straight off the bat. And I like that. I like the commitment. You also, you get a little bit of a bubble when you first kick into the game, it's sort of a physical bubble, actually, I think, which I mean to say you get to make the decisions associated with your character, your build, what those early foundations are going to look like for you, your initial perks, your little specialization, bits and pieces. Perks, of course, being the best thing, because that's what's really going to change your game. And those are the exciting ones to get. You only get them, you don't get them every level, but when they do pop, it's very exciting. But you get a little bubble to sort of experience what the play style is like that you have built for yourself, and then geographically you hit a location where it says, okay, you're now going to be sent off, like set loose. Are you sure you're happy with your build? Do you want to change anything? And I kind of like that. I like that. And that's your opportunity. That is your one opportunity to rebuild, to tweak anything. I so did not know what I was doing, despite playing a lot of RPGs and having played Fallout 4 before. You just don't. I never know exactly how I want to play. Every game system, even belonging to the same genre like an RPG, even when they share, sometimes especially when they share the same kinds of skills and perks, and in Fallout it shares a publisher and developer with games I've already played. They still function a little differently enough that you really just do need to keep going to work out the way you want to play and what's going to suit you best. For example, I know if I launch into any Dragon Age game, I want to be a rogue. I was a pretty traditional dual-wielding rogue. I always spec into lockpick because coming across a footlocker I cannot open or a door I cannot open is one of the worst things that can ever happen to me in a video game. So I'll always pump points into that. It's for that same reason I pump points into speech. I would have told you this if you listened to the podcast where I was talking about Outer Worlds. Yeah, so I kind of was framing myself in that way, and because I'd played a bunch of games lately, Starfield's a good example, but games where you're rewarded for sneaking around and taking everyone's crap. I wanted to be able to do that, so I put a bunch of points into stealth with a mind to pickpocketing everyone. Baldur's Gate style, Skyrim style, you get it. You play games where you steal stuff. So I did that, and then I realized Fallout New Vegas has a karma system. I'm still not sure what this is. I've been playing for 35 hours. All I know is when I pick something up that I'm not supposed to, it goes, wah. And then right here on the screen, it's like, you lost karma. And no one's ever, so this is something that happens even if no one sees me. Like God, or whatever. The universe is mad at me. And I don't think I've been punished yet about it. If there is like maybe I die and go to heaven or hell based on my karma. I don't know. We'll find out. But if there's repercussions, I don't know what they are. But the bois sound originally was making me perturbed enough that I stopped stealing. Now, if I really need or want something, I just take it. I'm honestly doing fucking everything for these people anyway. All I do is run around doing shit for them, so I feel like I can take their stuff sometimes. If I need a couple bobby pins from their dresser, I feel like that's fine. If some guy is like, oh, I saw a chick through my binoculars who's really hot. Can you go talk to her for me? Do you know where she was? Like a kilometer away. So I go to her. Hey, there's this guy. Ooh, I saw him through my binoculars. Can you go tell him I saw? Yeah, go back to the guy. Oh my gosh, she likes me. That's amazing. I wish she could come here. Can you ask if it's okay with the village elder if she come here? And if she comes, they cannot bomb her with artillery fire? Fine. I go talk to the village elder, chick who's in charge. She's like, I don't know. All right, fine. Cool. She says yes. Great. I go all the way back to this chick. Hey, we're good to go. Chick's like, oh, amazing. I'll go. Great that I'm not going to get bombed. Also, I can't leave here because then I could break my contract and don't get paid. Can you go talk to my boss so that I still get paid? And then it's like, cool, okay. Then we got to go all the way back and get her an outfit so she doesn't get bombed. Then we got to deliver the news to her, bring the outfit to her, go back to the guy, say, hey, she's on her way. Go grab her, be like, you're all good to go. Then go back, meet her at that original guy who saw her through his binoculars. They rock up together. They fall in love immediately. Amazing. I don't think I got any money or anything. Running. So basically, if she had a bobby pin, I need that to unlock something. And as I said a few hundred sentences ago, that is important to me. So that's sort of where I've come away with ethically on the whole stealing issue. But all of that to say, even games that are a part of the same franchise, like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4, you're welcome, factoid, function very differently when it comes to those things. The repair systems function very differently. There is a lot of weapon building and modding and workshopping and base building that happens in Fallout 4. That's not there's crafting in New Vegas, but it's very different. And it's things like that that I don't dislike the differences, but it just takes time to get used to them. And then as I'm doing that, I'll want to skew what I've decided to spec into. And play up and down where I decide to allocate my skill points. Interestingly, in what I normally would never do, I've always liked VATS. VATS was great in Fallout 4. VATS is letting me the fuck down in New Vegas. It's okay. I pumped lots of points into guns, and I found that to be very fun. Normally, that is not my style at all. I actually, in playing Outer Worlds 2, massively preference using a melee weapon. And of course, that's shares a lot of play style commonality, despite coming out 15 years later with Fallout New Vegas. But so I was thinking I might even want to do that, but boy, I have a good time with my rifle. I really do. And once I found a good rifle, I don't have a good sniper rifle, but I got a good hunting rifle. I paid a lot of money for it. It was really expensive. So basically, I hustle people in Caravan, which is the card minigame invented by Obsidian that I am obsessed with. Many people have told me that nobody understands Caravan and nobody likes Caravan. And even the people who played it and got good at it just loathe the thing. It's like the anti-Gwent. People seem to deeply dislike Caravan. And I'm weird and I love Caravan. Even when I didn't know what I'm doing. And let me be clear, I still don't completely understand what I'm doing, but I've grasped a lot of it. So really, what I like to do is shake people down in Caravan. So I have loads of caps, and I use those caps to buy this very nice rifle. Now, VATS is all right. I got a lot of points in guns. Perhaps I need more points in perception. I've grabbed a couple of perks now that are supposed to increase my accuracy, but. This is interesting. Don't worry. But what I found more satisfying than VATS, and I wouldn't have seen this coming, and I wouldn't have known this 3 hours in, and it's one of the things I love about learning a new gameplay system, but especially the gameplay systems of RPGs, is I love just an aim down sights, just a stealth lineup regular shot like the ones you do in every other video game. I think it's sort of well understood in Fallout that VATS is the hack. Like that's what you do. You know, you have this system where you freeze time, you pick exactly the right body part, you got action points that depending on the gun you've got, the time it takes to fire, all these different factors, you can pop off shots, and it doesn't exist in real time. Weirdly, I'm really enjoying the real time. When I don't enjoy the real time, and this happened yesterday, is when I'm in a vault in very close quarters, and I got rid of all my guns that aren't a rifle or a shotgun, that I'm like, sometimes I might want to go shotgun because I love the rifle. Close quarters in a vault with a bunch of radioactive, full-on glowing ghouls running at you, just like from 6 inches away, not where you want a rifle. That's where the accuracy of a rifle really falls down, because once you pull that thing up, I believe the end would just be past where their head is. So they're really too close. So that got me into a little bit of trouble. The other thing that's getting me into trouble is quite apart from do it on the day, which is an ethos that I'm definitely preaching and trying to practice myself on a regular basis, actually. Certainly not something that I'm a champion of. One of the far more tried and true daily ethoses, morals, mantras that I live by is to just do the thing that's funny. So what I've been doing is going throughout the wasteland wearing funny stuff instead of anything that would help me out by giving me extra points in my special, which is, of course, things like strength, perception, endurance, or, you know, just defense, just adding to my damage threshold so that one flick of a hand from a feral ghoul doesn't send me yeeting off into an early grave. But no, I took out a pretty formidable death claw camp. If you've played the game, there's a ton of them in a mining location. I took them out before I hit New Vegas. And I accidentally was wearing sexy lingerie and a party hat in the game. Not in real life. Stream's not that interesting. So that, and I only noticed that, as did the chat, when kill cam kicked in. And naturally, the cinematic camera pulls out to show me in my sexy lingerie and party hat, popping off a perfect rifle shot, zooming straight in on that bullet that goes straight through Deathclaw's head and zomps him out of this realm. So that then seemed to prove, much like when I was accidentally playing Clair Obscure on hard and wasn't dying too much, that I didn't need the help of making that situation any easier for me. So I am fine. I'm not playing on hard. I'm playing on normal, but I'm playing on hard because I'm not wearing any bloody armor. Right now, I think I'm wearing a little space hat. And I was wearing something else, but it broke. But essentially, I'm completely undefended. I'm playing a glass cannon, which is not normally my style. Normally, I'll go in really high DPS. I'm going really low DPS, but trying to be precise and accurate and taking my time. Going for those stealth, high critical chance shots has been really satisfying. So that's sort of how I've been feeling about the gameplay. I love the lockpicking system. It's the same lockpicking system they had in Elder Scrolls, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The hacking, the terminal system is the same as it is in the Fallout games I've played, where you're choosing words, and it's essentially a game of mastermind. It tells you how many letters in the password, the possible password you've selected, are occurring in the same place in the password that's correct. You get a couple of attempts. It's very enjoyable. Yeah, and so those things are a joy to revisit. There's much like Elder Scrolls, and it's been a hot minute, and now that I think about it, Starfield's a lot like this too. Bloody hell, people love to talk. Everybody's got something to say. Every single person, everyone and their bloody dog has something to say to you. I've noticed there's an awful lot of trauma dumping. It's just a lot of you just start talking to someone, and even if they describe themselves as a tight-lipped military type, all of a sudden they're telling you about like their parents and how their dad treated them growing up, and some horrible traumatic thing that happened 3 years ago that they haven't gotten over. And in one situation, we're actually helping a woman get therapy that we just met, and you don't get to know her, and then this happens. It's not like a Baldur's Gate situation. You talk over many, many days and weeks. Within the first few sentences, you find out these horrific things that people have gone through. They're just trauma dump everything right on you. And then you're like, I'm sorry, or okay, or can I do anything? Or in the case of this woman who'd been attacked by some fiend boss dude, nasty faction. I happened to have killed the guy who attacked her. So, and I had his head on me because it gave me the option to pick up his head. So I did. So I had, there was a dialogue choice to just pull it out and be like, look, he's dead. Is that better? And she's like, I would have liked to kill him. That's cool. Probably still traumatized, but I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And you're like, oh, let me get you a doctor. Anyway, so it's like that times everyone you meet. It's the post-apocalypse. Shit's bad. Why exactly every single room in every place I go to is completely decrepit? I don't understand it. I don't mean decrepit like the carpet's fucked or the building's half falling down. I mean, why couldn't we pick the pile of like tin cans up off the ground and put them outside? Like, why are the burned books from before the war still in the bookshelf? Like, like we could tidy, just little tidy, you know, it's like the nuke didn't drop yesterday. It's like, no, there are no moms around just giving a quick sweep to things. Even the nicest places you go are real shitholes. Just messy. Just messy. Not like dirty, not like, you know, it's just the poor part of town. I mean messy. Messy places. I'm a tidy guy. Don't look at the background. I think that stuff is really funny. I think it's quite entertaining. There's just a lot of like, there's enjoyable jank that I really enjoy. The story I just told about the lovers who saw each other through their binoculars. When I did, because I had to keep waiting for the girl to finally walk across the whole ass wasteland to get to the guy. And so I just waited with the guy until she rocked up. When she did rock up, he was sitting down on a bench and she was standing in him, like like her feet were on the bench. So her crotch was like about here on his head, and then she just kept going. And then they had the whole conversation about how much they liked each other within one another, which is, I don't know, we could take away a metaphor, we could laugh at it, we could do a little bit of both. I will leave that up to you. That is dealer's choice. But yeah, I kind of like that stuff. You know, if I played a Bethesda game and there wasn't like, especially an older Bethesda game, and there wasn't some odd stuff here and there, I think that would be a bit unusual. But yeah, that stuff's been fun. I haven't really come across any game-breaking bugs. Though now I've said that, I have lost one of my companions and I don't know where to find her again. I'm doing the thing I did with Elden Ring, which is and this is a tricky one because both those games I played quite long after the fact when a lot of people had already played them, and I play both of them on stream, which is to ask people not to backseat me, which I know is hell for some people who are just watching me because sometimes I just go round and round and round trying to find something, and I'm missing it. I get lost everywhere. The casinos are a maze. The vaults are a maze. Every single building has 4 floors and a zillion rooms, and my navigational skills are shocking. But that's just part and parcel. But I like missing things. I like working things out. I like that's sort of the name of the game. That's part of the adventure and exploration and points of interest for me is it's not about getting it right. Like Elden Ring wasn't for me, there's no interest in knowing that guy's weak to ice. Let's come at it with ice. You know, it's like I want to work through those things. I want to beat my head against a wall and like work out how to attack this my way. And I can, you know, it might be not the most efficient, but it's what's true to my playthrough. And it's, you know, and I think sometimes that can be an absolute fucking disaster, but it's my disaster. So I'm really enjoying that. That's been really great. I think there is a good balance of being able to bounce between I'm playing for really long stints at a time. Sometimes I'm playing for like 5 or 6 hours. So what I'll do is when I need to eat, I'm like, cool, let's go to New Vegas and listen to everyone's whole ass life story. And then when I'm not eating whatever, I go back out into the wasteland. Or when I just simply cannot listen to one more person's damage, emotional damage, I'll go out into the wasteland and just shoot some stuff. And that's been working pretty well. I definitely hit points of fatigue where, for example, even now, there's so many things I need to do. I have so many quests. Every time I go to hand one in, they want to give me another one. I have that approach, and I wonder if you do, and I suspect a lot of people who play RPGs do, where it is like a checklist, and you want to tick off all those tasks. You know, like the tasks you have in real life, but those ones are boring. I like checking things off. When I check something off and then immediately put another thing on my list, that is less enjoyable for me. I know I gotta get more things in. But overall, I want to reduce the list at least for a little while. I was half thinking about talking about some other things in this podcast, but I think we might just make it the Fallout New Vegas podcast because I still have stuff I want to say, and it's been 42 minutes. So Jessica, what is under the banner of stuff you still want to say? We got to talk about the factions because everyone keeps asking me about the factions. Who's my favorite faction? They're all fucked, aren't they? They're all fucked. It's again, I got to keep saying it's the post-apocalypse. It's the post-apocalypse, and it is the post-apocalypse. I get it. We're not ready to get rid of the burned books. We don't want to pick up the tin can in the corner. We're just gonna leave a plunger sitting in the kitchen, just strewn around, because whatever. Yeah, so that's just sort of the world we're living in and the world we're operating in, and everyone's like a little bit shitty. Fine. I don't like the factions. You know what? I'll make you a little. Listen, we can freeform this. Should we do it on the day? We'll do it. Oh my gosh! Do you want to do something on the day with me right now, live? It's not live. No, it's not live. I was going to say it's live for you. No, it's not. It's not live for either of us. I will give you my. I hope this isn't going to give me any spoilers. I actually don't know what happens in the game, so please don't tell me. I'll give you my. I'll just give you like an. I love them. I don't really love anyone. They're okay, and I hate them. That's what, you know. I'll give you those. The boomers in the Air Force Base, they're pretty good. I kind of like them. They're really obsessed with exploding weaponry. Also, it sounded like they were vegans, which one of those you might not like. Generally, vegans and people who want to exclusively use weapons that shoot missiles, I think that's a very slim Venn diagram. That's just two whole circles, usually. Vegans and people really into heavy machinery, heavy weapon machinery. Brotherhood of Steel, I fucking hate. Followers of the Apocalypse, I'm interested in. I haven't met them yet. I'm about to. I'll meet them tonight. I met one guy from the Followers of the Apocalypse, and I kind of liked some of the stuff he was talking about. So I'm interested in them. The Great Khans, I liked quite a lot, actually. I accidentally finished their quest really early, and I accidentally just encouraged them. I got a couple of choices. One of them was like, your history is stupid. And the other one was like, you can build your own legacy. And I said the second one, which apparently just encourages them to leave the Mojave. Just leave the wasteland. And I'm like, oh, I don't think they've left yet. But I didn't mean to do that. I'll keep them around. But anyway, I've done everything I think I can do with the Great Khans, but I liked them. Everyone in the strip can get fucked. The chairman, I don't mind. I hate Benny. I would have killed Benny, except he's voiced by Matthew Perry, and I just am not gonna do that. So I think I might just let him get away. I kind of want to kill him and take the platinum chip. I tried to pickpocket it off him. That's the MacGuffin thing that I need if you haven't played the game for quote-unquote reasons in the main quest. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. The Omertas just horrible gang leaders who just are pimps. They suck. The White Glove Society suck. They're douchebags. Who do somehow they don't overlap with the Omertas, but every single thing that the mafia pimpy gun-toting Omertas don't do, every other awful thing you can imagine that they don't cover, the White Glove Society does. So, yeah, those are the big dogs on the Vegas Strip. They're all awful. Crimson Caravan don't really know. Vangraffs seem annoying. Fiends, Jackals, and Vipers, I'm pretty sure I shoot at them. I think they come up red in the wilderness, and then I shoot at them. Generally, the NCR, I'm mostly siding with. They're the government, but I feel like they're largely trying to do the right thing. So I'm just sort of like, I think they're the ones that, like, if I had to choose out of everybody that I tend to, like, go with right now. Caesar's Legion are vile, murderous, torturous slavers. So they hated me immediately. I broke a quest by killing one of them when I guess I wasn't supposed to. Because it just failed the quest because I decided to take him out because I was like, you guys are literally the worst. So that's fine. So they got hunting me real early, and that's when I learned how fast I could run away before I got good at shooting back. And I do like that about Fallout games. I like that you're very on the back foot. Especially early on, but even now, I've hit 100 points in guns. I can't put any more points in, but it's still a little bit of a balancing act to be a touch clever. It's kind of easy. I could put the difficulty up, but at least, for example, as I was saying in the vault, in close quarters, it's a whole other ball game, especially when I'm wearing sexy underwear instead of armor. But you know, you make your own game. Powder Gangers didn't like me early on. We were kind of okay, and then they were douchey, so I bounced off them. Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel about the majority of the factions. I don't have any strong allegiances to any of them. I kind of would like if it was like even more like cyberpunk in a way, where there is no such thing as like karma. Like it's kind of like the Night City vibe of it's all fucked. Shoot 'em all, let God sort 'em out. Like there's like the world is so morals and ethics and like being good has gone so fucking far out the window, which they have in the post-apocalypse and in Night City. I think they're like that can totally be a parallel drawn between the two that's fairly even. But here it is very much like about being nice to people and being, being political and careful about how you're balancing the factions, of whom, having just checked that list, there are so many factions. And when you decide to be funny, you piss people off. So sometimes I need to not be funny. Sometimes I need to be serious. But there are a lot of silly things you can say. One of my favorites being, and this is the stuff that I loved in Elder Scrolls games and Fallout 4, and the thing I'm really enjoying here, which is just wandering around the wasteland and finding random cool things. I found a vault that I headed into that had a infamous quest, Bad Day Blues or something. You'll have to forgive me not remembering exactly the name, but it's oh no, that's not right. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. It's a quest where basically you have to doom either the people outside in a little farm who are getting dangerous gas vented at them, or you can save the people within the vault who happen to have survived. So yeah, it's an interesting one, and I had heard about that quest before. I actually didn't get the quest until I'd gone into the vault. So then I got to the bottom of the vault and it said hard luck blues. Hard luck blues. It's vault 19. Yeah, so the quest is traditionally started by going to the NCR farm first, but I went to the vault first, which is a little confusing because then it has to give you the quest while you're in the middle of it. This happens to me a lot because I like to explore first and hit the main settlements and things later. But like it all works out and it's still interesting, and the game is really good at letting the stories of the vaults unfold, even when you don't have the prelude to exactly what's happening within them. It's something the TV show, I think, is starting to do in an interesting way, and it's something the games have always been really good at, and they're always interesting stories because Vault Tech is fucked. Yeah, so I think I'm really enjoying that, just happening upon random bits and pieces. Boy, does it make me get completely distracted by every single thing when I'm actually trying to chase down a quest. But it's very enjoyable just wandering down and all of a sudden there's a death claw. Or yeah, I mean, for this vault, it's like there's just a huge hole in the ground that drops you right into the middle of a vault full of ghouls. And yeah, going in there knowing what to expect would be cool too. But just walking around and being surprised by the things that happen, and and sometimes in my case the things that happen are going into a cave and finding a locked door, locked to the point where it has a very hard check. That means you need a lockpick skill of 100. That's the highest. So I go about my merry way, get enough levels to put that lockpick skill up to 100, eventually make it back, unlock that door, wander forward, And it's a tiny little area behind the gate. There's just one little footlocker in the back of the room. I thought there'd be nothing in there. I take one step inside and there was a tripwire right underneath me that I didn't see. So I just exploded. So that was my reward for all that hustling to get lockpick 100. And you know what? It was fucking hilarious. And we all enjoyed it. It's even the bad surprises, I think, are very enjoyable. Yeah, so kind of romping around, just taking stuff in like that. I'm really enjoying. I am kind of like, and I guess this is quite Skyrim-y. I am a little detached from the main quest, probably because I avoid the main quest. I don't like Mr. House at all. That's a faction I forgot to talk about because I don't think he is a faction. He's just a dude. I really fucking dislike him and I have no interest in doing anything for him. Don't know if that's possible or how it's going to play out. I just don't like his vibe and don't want to go give him his special chip. And I would think about that quite seriously and see what I want to do, except for the fact that I have 400,000 other quests to get to. I think I did 20 hours of quests before I got to New Vegas. And when I got to New Vegas, I didn't come up through Freeside, where they told me to. I fought all the Deathclaws, and I came up through the western side. So everyone was confused that I came in through the other door. I think it was I came in through a military camp in the south. But again, that's the beauty of these like big sandbox open world RPGs is you just make them your game. You know, you just play them the way you want to play them. And I guess in a way it's not too dissimilar to Elden Ring. If the way you want to play them is making sure you don't miss anything and you know where all the great stuff is and the one-of-a-kind gear and every single quest and, you know, how to complete every quest in the best possible way, so valid. And there are games I played like that before too. But this one I'm just enjoying, and I think I've started doing this more with games, just not taking it too seriously. Except for when I'm funny and then people die and then I have to reload and not have people die because I want to say the hilarious thing. But luckily, me delivering that sentence to you has brought me back to the thing that I was gonna, the story that I began trying to tell you about when I was talking about the wonderful things that you can stumble on in the open game world. You know, from 25 minutes ago. So I head into this cave. And essentially, there were all these notes strewn around the area that people had started to go missing. They were supposed to be setting up a watchtower of sorts, some NCR types, I believe. And then they found this cave network. Whoa, I hope there's nothing in there. They dip in there. Of course, there is stuff in there. Basically, there's nobody around the area. No one really knows what's happening. We're just wandering around. I haven't found any corpses, haven't found any living people. So wandering down this cave network, there's some lake lurks down there, which is like a sea monster. Sea monster, if you don't know. And I finally find a guy. He's injured. He's sitting crawled up on the ground, but he's alive. And I speak to him. He goes, "Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to die down here. I was all alone. Have you come, have you come to help us out? You scared me." And then he's like, "I'm so glad. I thought you were one of them." You can reply with, "Yep, I'm here to help you." Something approximating that is the second option. And the third option is to go boogity boogity boo. And that's fucking hilarious. So that's what I said. There's a clip of this on my Twitch channel if you want to check it out. So I said, boogity boogity boo. And he went, "Ah, God damn you. Why would you do that?" And it was amazing. There are lots of funny, weird little fucking things in this game. It's got the bizarre flavor that Obsidian have ran with Outer Worlds. But was absolutely present in Fallout and has been present in Fallout since before Obsidian were making Fallout games. We're talking Fallout 1 and 2. And now I've said Fallout 1 and 2, I absolutely have to tell you who made them, and it has completely slipped out of my brain. Interplay, of course, Interplay Productions. Back when it was top down. Uh, back when you could have you could play like not even low intelligence, a no intelligence build, and essentially you would be incapable of speaking to anybody because your intelligence was so low you couldn't communicate. So yeah, this has been the name of the game for a long time. Fallout does a really good job of blending goofy dumbass shit with very serious shit, and then the thing in the middle, which is people just dumping their life stories on me everywhere I go, whether I want to hear them or not. It does feel sometimes like I'm just sweeping up a lot of like little bits and pieces of quests. But like with every gigantic RPG, you just pick up and put that stuff down when it's of interest, run off and do something else, do a vault for a while, just walk around in the wasteland for a while when I just need to be alone with my thoughts and not hear about someone's childhood. Just for a second. Luckily, I'm walking around. All I have is 2 companions. I got one guy who doesn't talk to me, and I got a robot. So at least I get to be alone with people who will help me fight. Except for the robot who I've lost right now. I think she clipped into a wall. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as I said 45 minutes ago, I'm really enjoying Fallout New Vegas. I like the mod. I think the mod has made things, I think it looks a little better, according to people who have more experience with vanilla than I do. A few things are a bit smoother. But by and large, I don't mind like old school graphics. I kind of like the Bethesda zoom in when you speak to people. I don't mind that at all. It reminds me of playing these games when I was growing up. I absolutely loved them. Yeah, nothing really bothers me. Even the people being annoying or the locations looking away or making fun of the level design, it's all charm to me. All of that is charm to me. I think it's absolutely delightful. And yeah, and I am excited to keep getting through it. I'll be excited to finish it and sorely tempted to dip back into more Fallouty bits and pieces, but also I gotta get into Starfield and 16 other games. But we all have a backlog. You know how it goes. So yeah, I think that was my special episode on I've been playing Fallout New Vegas for the first time, and those are some of the things I think about it. Yeah, it's got all of the elements that I really enjoy in an open world sandbox RPG. Plenty of the surprises I love to come across, like finding the free aiming and free shooting so satisfying. Just unveiling all the little bits and pieces in an Obsidian RPG, that a couple of things I'd heard of, but by and large I don't know the story, I don't know the factions, I don't know the side quests. So meeting people and finding all that stuff out for myself, it reminds me of, and you would hear people say this often and you've probably said it, when people say, oh, I give anything to play that game again for the first time. And I think a lot of people say that about Fallout New Vegas, and I can see why. And I think that's why people have been stopping by the stream, and lots of people say that when they stop by the stream. So yeah, I not only am I enjoying it myself, I'm enjoying it vicariously for those people for whom I completely know how it feels to watch someone playing a game that you love for the first time and getting joy out of it. And I certainly am. So yeah, that's the thing we talked about today. I'd keen to hear your thoughts. If you've played it, if you've never played it, if you've got questions, let me know. For the bonus episode, if you happen to back me on my Ko-fi or my Patreon, I'm going to answer a bucket load of questions for the end of the year. So send in any you might have, particularly on the Discord. I absolutely won't miss them, but you can put them anywhere, and I will seek them out and try to catch all of them that I can, Pokemon style. But yeah, so that should be really good. Hopefully, see you at a stream. I hope you enjoyed listening to If you're still listening, I hope you liked this chat. I hope it was interesting, whether or not you played Fallout New Vegas yourself. Yeah, I'm getting a lot out of it, and it's always a treat to experience something for the first time that's supposed to be really good. And I got that point. I think it was like 10 hours, and I was like, I get it. It's not like I didn't like it before that, but you know how you hit that point and you do it with a TV show or a book where you're like, oh, okay, yes, cool, let's do it. But I still feel like I'm learning, and I still feel like I'm adjusting, and yeah, it's still surprising me, which I also think is really important. So yeah, it's a 25 hour game on how long to beat. I'm almost 40 hours in. Oh, there you go. 34 hours it is. I'm past 34 hours. I would say I haven't done half of it. So this is going to take a while. If you're a gamer that strives to see all aspects of the game, you're likely to spend around 144 hours. God, I hope it's not that long. But if you remember me saying I've somehow spent 160 hours in Starfield and feel like I barely started, it might happen. I don't know. We'll find out together. But yeah, I'm going to play more of it today. I am live Sunday and Monday nights over the holidays. I'm alive. Whoa, I'm definitely alive, but I'm live a bunch more than that, doing the odd stream here and there. So yeah, hopefully I catch you. Thank you so much for watching / listening / both. My body hurts because I did Pilates, and later my brain will hurt because I'm going to listen to 36 more people in the Mojave Wasteland tell me about something that happened to them when they were 12. So those are things I'm doing today. I hope you go out and do something on the day today. Take care of yourselves. 'Tis the season to just fucking self-soothe, baby. Just do something nice for yourself. Take care. And thank you so much for listening to me. I enjoyed talking to you about things as always, and I'm going to talk to you about things again in a couple of hours when I go live, so I might see you there. Okay, love you, bye!